Hello and welcome to the fifth in this series of video yoga classes. I hope you're all keeping very well. Today's class we're going to finish with a luxurious yoga nidra or yoga sleep, yogic sleep. If you haven't done this before, it's a lovely thing to do. It really enables you to relax very, very deeply. However, that does take up a portion of this class, so we need to get a move on. First of all, strap, as before. If you can use a dressing gown or an old tie if you don't have a strap. We won't need a block today. And if you want to lie down, we'll get started. So come into Shavasana first of all. Arms down by your sides, palms facing the ceiling, feet hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides. And just let go of your days. Try not to think about what you've been doing earlier or what you might be doing later. And just bring your mind into the present, bring your awareness to now, and to your yoga practice. So if you want to place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest, just feel the natural rise and fall of your breath. And then take your breathing to your abdomen, your belly region. Nice full deep breaths into the tummy. And so you should feel your right hand rise and fall and your left hand stay pretty much where it is. And then take your breathing to your chest. So you should feel your left hand rise and fall and your right hand stay pretty much where it is. Filling the lungs to the sides as well as the front and back. And then take your breathing to your upper chest, into the clavicle region. So feeling as though you're breathing right up to your neck, your shoulders. And then put all three of those together. So breathe in, abdomen, chest, upper chest, breathe out, upper chest, chest, abdomen, and perhaps just give your abdomen a little squeeze at the end just to expel any last remaining stale air before you begin your in-breath. So in-breath, abdomen, chest, out-breath, upper chest, chest, abdomen, little squeeze. Stay with that, try not to let your mind wander. And then finish the breath that you're on, and then just return to your natural spontaneous breath. And notice the rise and fall of your torso now. Just observe it. Has it changed since you started, or is it just as it was? There's no right or wrong here. Just observe. Has it slowed down? Has it deepened? Are there any changes to your breathing? And then draw your legs together, take your arms up over your head along the floor, have a good long stretch. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. Come back to centre, take your hands to your knees, take your knees in big circles, massaging into your lower back. And change direction. And back to centre. Take your arms out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your knees fall gently over to the right hand side, keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat. You can turn your head to the left if you like, and then just relax into that twist. And come to your breath. On the in-breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine, up to the crown of the head. And on the out-breath, release. Let go into the twist. In-breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Out-breath, let them fall over to the left. Again, shoulders on the mat. Head to the right if you like. In-breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine, up to the crown of the head. Out-breath, just surrender into the twist. Just let go. Let gravity draw you down into the twist. Should be no effort involved, you're just releasing, relaxing into the twist. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre, give them a nice tight squeeze. Take your hands behind your thighs, feet up towards the ceiling, just gently draw your legs towards you. Dropping your tailbone towards the mat here. And then release the arms down by the sides, palms downwards. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat, lower the right leg, keep the feet flexed. Don't take the weight to the floor. In breath, lift the right leg back up. Out breath, take the whole out breath to lower that left leg, pressing the belly button into the floor as you breathe out to protect the spine. Don't take the weight to the floor. In breath, lift that leg back up, and then just continue with this in time with your own breath, remembering to press the belly button down to the mat on the out breath. If it gets too much, just draw your knees into your chest. Taking the whole of each breath to lower and lift the foot. And then finish the one you're on. Take your time, there's no hurry. When you're ready, draw your knees into your chest. Take one hand to each knee, send your knees away from each other in opposite directions, making small circles, opening the hips. And change direction. And back to centre. Drop your feet down by your buttocks, with your toes pointing inwards, big toes pointing inwards, outsides of the feet parallel, arms down by the sides, palms downwards. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat and lift the pelvis, coming up into the bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So lifting the pelvis, pressing into the feet, nice big deep breaths into the chest. And on an out breath, just gently peel your spine back down the mat with the tailbone coming down last. Take a couple of breaths here. Just let your spine readjust. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis, come back up into the bridge. If you like, you can interlock your hands underneath your body and draw your shoulders a little closer together. Press into the feet, lift the pelvis, big deep breaths into the chest. And release the hands. On an out breath, peel the spine down the mat, tailbone coming down last. Again, just take a couple of breaths here. And then draw your knees into your chest, rock a bit from side to side. And then roll over onto one side and use your hands and your arms to come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. So hands out to the sides, up on the fingertips. Lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, sit up nice and straight. Breathe in, raise the left hand, breathe out, stretch over to the right hand side. Keeping that top arm directly over the head if you can. In breath, raise both arms, keep the shoulders relaxed. Out breath, stretch over to the left. So dropping the tailbone, feeling that stretch all the way down the right hand side of the body. In breath, lift it up. Out breath, over to the right. In breath, lift it up and release. Take your right hand behind you, take your left hand to your right knee, sit up nice and straight. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the right hand side. In breath, lift, out breath, move a little further into the twist if there's room there for you. And release back to centre, left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. Keeping that spine nice and upright. And release back round. Now come to a nice wide-legged position. Bring your hands in front of you, up on the fingertips. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, walk the hands forward, chest forward. So leading with the chest here, not with the head. In breath, lift a little, out breath, chest forwards if you can. When you've gone as far as you can, just allow your torso to relax down. Keep the legs strong, feet flexed. Try and get a feeling of the thighs here rolling out to the outsides and pinning the outsides of your legs down to the mat. Just release into this if you can, keeping the legs strong but allowing the torso to relax. And then walk your hands back upright, draw your legs together. Take your hands behind you, the fingers pointing forwards. Breathe in, lift the pelvis, flatten the feet along the floor. And release back down. Then come over to a kneeling position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Breathe in, as you breathe out, drop the tailbone, lift the chest, chin to chest. In breath, lift the tailbone, drop the chest, lift the head. Continue with that in time with your own breath, nice and slowly, just easing into your spine now. Really luxuriating the breath and the stretch here. Bring all your senses to bear on your breathing. And come back to a neutral spine. Take your right hand out in front of you, take your left foot back with the foot flexed. Stretch across that diagonal. And release, left hand out in front of you, right foot back. Again, foot flexed, pushing into the heel, reaching into the fingertips. And release back down. Step the right foot forward between the hands, come up on the thigh, breathe in, raise the arms, breathe out, sink into the hips. Lifting the sternum, gaze can be up between the hands if you like, sinking into the hips. Bring the hands down either side of that front foot, take that right foot back behind left, and then raise your right hand. If you like, you can look up at the top hand here. And release back down, come back down to kneeling. Step forward with the left foot between the hands. Come up on the left thigh. Breathe in, raise the arms, breathe out, sink into the hips. In breath, lift the sternum, out breath, sink into the hips. Bring the hands back down. Take that left foot back behind the right, raise the left hand. Look up towards that left hand if you like, but don't compromise your neck. And release back down to kneeling. So make sure you've got your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips now. And then drop your forearms to the mat. Bring your hands together, interlock your fingers, tuck your toes, lift the pelvis up into dolphin now. So if you like, if you want to make this a little stronger, you can walk your feet in towards your hands a bit. If you like, you can rock backwards and forwards. Right, strong position, press into the forearms, press into the backs of the hands. Or the sides of the hands rather. Back to stillness, drop the knees, knees apart, big toes together, come down to a child's pose. Forehead to the mat, hands down by the feet. And just release into that position. Lift yourself up, come back to your kneeling position. Drop the forearms down to the mat, interlock the hands again, tuck the toes, lift the pelvis. If you like, walk your feet in a bit, keep the head lifted, rock backwards and forwards a little if you like. Drop the knees, knees apart, big toes together, forehead to the mat, hands down by the feet, into Balasana, back into that child's pose. Lift yourself up now and come over onto your tummy. So forehead to the mat, hands underneath your shoulders, tops of the feet to the mat, elbows tucked into the sides. Breathe in, lift the head, lift the chest, come up into Bhujangasana, the cobra. Nice big deep breaths into the chest, elbows tucked well into the sides. And release down. Make a pillow for your head with your hands. Bring your left ear to the mat. Let your ankles fall gently out to the sides. Forehead back to the mat. Arms down by the sides. Breathe in. Lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. Reach for the back of the room. Nice big deep breaths again. Feel how it moves your body as you do. And release back down, make a pillow for your head with your hands, bring your right ear to the mat. Ankles falling gently out to the sides. Forehead back to the mat, arms down by the sides, bend the legs at the knees, take hold of your feet or your ankles with your hands. Breathe in, lift your head, lift your chest, press your feet into your hands. Try and keep your legs together here, rather than splaying apart. Big deep breaths again, feel your body rock a little maybe. And release back down. Take your hands under your shoulders and push back to a child's pose. Forehead to the mat, knees apart, big toes together, arms down by your feet. And let go. And lift yourself up. Come forward on the mat into a plank. So, hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, nice straight line between your head and your heels. Breathe in. As you breathe out, keep your elbows tucked in, lower yourself down to the mat. Untuck the toes. In breath, come up into cobra. Out breath, downward facing dog. In breath, come forward into a plank and hold it here. Now take your left hand into the centre of the mat, roll over onto the outside edge of your left foot, or you can take your knee down if you need to, or take your right foot behind or to the side of that foot. Okay, and when you're there, then just take your right hand up your body and raise it into Vasisthasana, the plank here. So nice strong plank, you want a nice straight line of your body if you can. And lower it back down to the plank. Take the right hand into the centre, roll over onto the outside edge of the right foot. Take your foot position, you can either bring that knee down if you like, and then raise the left hand. Reach into that top hand, try and lift out of the lower wrist if you can. And release back down to the plank, then come back to the downward facing dog. So if you like, you can just gently pedal your heels here, easing out the backs of your legs. And then back to centre, and then just slowly and gently walk your feet up towards your hands and hang in a forward fold. Cup opposite elbows with opposite hands, rock a little from side to side if you like. And release the hands, and then slowly and gently with your head coming up last, just uncurl up to standing. Come to Tadasana at the front of your mat, big toes together, outsides of the feet parallel. Lift the sternum and bring the hands to prayer position. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out, lead with the chest and swallow dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, with the right rather, hold back with the left. Breathe out, knees down, elbows in, roll the hips back a little, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between the hands and pause. Ground the back foot, 35 to 45 degree angle. Take the left hand out in front of you, swing it down and back, lift up to Virabhadrasana 2. So reach into the front hand, reach into the back hand. Hips parallel with the long edge of the mat, knee nice and central, not wobbling out to the sides or overshooting the ankle. Gaze is soft and out over the front fingers. Sink into the hips, press into the back edge of the back foot. So you may need to just lift this inner thigh to get that proper contact with the back edge of the back foot. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh, take the left arm up and over into Parsvakonasana. So keep pressing into the back edge of the back foot, sinking into the hips, reaching into the top fingers. Nice straight line between those top fingers and the back edge of the back foot. And then raise that left hand, straighten the front leg and drop down a little into Trikonasana. There's no need to reach for the floor here, much more important to stay in 2 dimensions. Reach into that top hand, strong legs here, weight evenly divided between the feet. Breathe in, lift it up, and then cartwheel the arms around either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Go straight to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out, leading with the chest, swallow dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back, up on your fingertips. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Nice strong plank, fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe out, knees down, roll the hips back, elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into the cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between the hands, use your hands to move it there if you need to. Ground the back foot, 35 to 45 degree angle. Take the right hand forwards, swing it down and back, lift up to Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. Reach into the left hand, reach into the right hand, really feel that pulling across your body there. Make sure your hips are nice and parallel with the long edge of the mat, knees nice and central, pressing into the back edge of the back foot, sinking into the hips. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh, take the right arm up and over into Parsvakonasana. Keep pressing into the back edge of the back foot. Reach into those top fingers. Raise that right hand, straighten the front leg, Drop down a little into Trikonasana on the other side. Reach into that top hand, press into both feet. Nice evenly distributed weight here. Breathe in, lift it up, cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. As you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Just take a couple of breaths, let your breathing come back to normal, let your heart rate drop. Keep the eyes closed. And then we'll come to a balance. We're going to do Garudasana, the eagle. So bring the weight into your left foot. Really visualise those roots growing deep into the ground there as the weight gradually shifts out of the right leg. Lift that right leg high, cross it over the left thigh if you can, tuck your toes around behind the calf, bring your hips round to face the front. Raise the arms, crooked at the elbow. Cross the left arm over the right, wrap them round, try and bring your palms together. Lift your elbows, take the hands away from the face and then sink into the hips. Find a drishti, find a still unmoving point just slightly above your eye level and focus on your drishti. And release. Same on the other side, so bring the weight into the right foot. Really visualise those roots, joining that foot to the ground so it can't possibly move. And then gradually lift the weight out of the left side, high across that leg over the right thigh, tuck it in around behind if you can, adjust your hips if you need to, raise your arms, crooked at the elbow, take the right over the left, wrap them round, lift the elbows, hands away from the face, find your drishti, sink into the hips. Keep lifting the elbows, sinking into the hips. And release. Okay. So now come to the centre of your mat. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. Take the whole of the out breath to lower your heels. Hold in breath to lift back up again. Hold out breath to lower the heels. Take your feet slightly wider than hip width. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. Breathe out with your back staying nice and upright. Lower yourself down, all the way down to the squat, to Malasana. Don't worry if your heels don't reach the ground here, not everybody's do. Lift the sternum. Just keep moving that sternum towards your hands in prayer position. Got nice strong contact between the insides of the legs and the outside of the arms. And then keeping that contact, take your hands down to the mat in front of you, spread the fingers nice and wide. And then just very gently come up on your tiptoes, keeping that pressure between your legs and your arms. Bring the weight forward into the hands and just see maybe if you can lift the toes off. And come into Bakasana, the crow. If you're there, you can try and straighten your arms a little. And release back down. And then come down to Dandasana, staff pose, take hold of your strap. Feet flexed, hands down by the hips, palms downwards, sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting, feet flexed. Take the strap around your feet, around the balls of your feet. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, chest towards your toes, walk your hands down the strap. In breath, lift a little, out breath, chest towards your toes, walk your hands down the strap. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your shoulders and your neck here. And when you've gone as far as you can, release the strap, let your hands fall wherever they are, and allow your torso to relax down over your outstretched legs. Keep the legs strong though, keep flexing the feet, pushing into the heels. But just allow your torso to release and relax down. Stay with your breath, try not to let your mind wander. In breath, moving the breath up from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. Out breath, releasing into the forward fold. And release. Walk yourself back upright, take your hands behind you with the fingers pointing forwards. Breathe in, lift the pelvis, flatten your feet along the floor. And release back down. Come back down to Dandasana. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, lower yourself back down to the mat, nice and gently. We're not coming down to Shavasana quite yet. Draw your feet in towards your buttocks, big toes pointing together towards each other, outsides of the feet parallel, arms down by the sides, palms facing downwards. Breathe in, as you breathe out, press the belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis, press into the feet, keep the thighs and the knees moving towards each other rather than falling apart. Lifting the pelvis. If you like, you can interlock your hands under your body, draw your shoulders a little closer together. Big deep breaths into the chest, press into the feet. Stay with your breath. Release the hands on an out breath, just slowly and gently peel your spine back down the mat. Just take a couple of breaths there, let the spine release again. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. Come back to centre, take your hands out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in, as you breathe out, let the knees fall gently over to the right hand side, shoulders firmly on the mat, head to the left. If you like, you can take your right hand to your left thigh. And release into the twist. In breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine, up to the crown of the head, out breath, just let go. Notice the spiral shape of your spine in this twisted position. Feel as your breath moves up that curve of the spine. Release the hand from the top of the knee. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Out breath, let them fall gently over to the left. Left hand to right thigh if you like. You can turn your head to the right if you like, and then just let go into the twist. Really release now. In breath, drawing the breath up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, along that spiral of the spine. Out breath, just surrender into the twist. Release the hand from the top of the thigh. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Give them a nice tight squeeze again. And then release your legs back down. And finally come into Shavasana. So if you want to put any warm clothing on now, because we're going to be here for a few minutes. So just let go into the mat now. You can roll your head gently from side to side if you like. Just let go of any tension in the head and neck. And then come back to centre. Arms down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Feet falling gently out to the sides, and just let go into the mat now. Keep your eyes closed. Get ready for Yoga Nidra. Lie down in Shavasana and adjust your body until you're completely comfortable. Close your eyes now until we finish the Yoga Nidra. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, feel the cares and the worries of the day flow out of you. Excuse me. We're going to relax deeply, but let this process happen of its own accord. Don't try to deliberately relax your muscles. The feeling will be like before you go to sleep, but you should try not to actually fall asleep if you can. Try to listen to my voice and follow what I'm saying, but without intellectualising or analysing. Simply follow my voice with all your attention. If feelings and thoughts arise, let them go and try to return to my voice. Allow yourself to become calm and steady. Feel your whole body relax. Concentrate on your body and feel an inner relaxation spread. Become aware of complete stillness. Be aware of your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Be aware that you are beginning the practice of Yoga Nidra. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. We now begin rotation of consciousness, rotation of awareness through the different parts of the body. As I mention the parts of the body, try to move your consciousness to that part and move quickly from part to part. Repeat the name of the part in your mind and simultaneously become aware of that part of your body. Stay alert, but don't concentrate too intently. Become aware of your right hand. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger. Become aware of the palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the right waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the right foot, the top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the left waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the left foot, the top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Now to the back. Become aware of the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, the right buttock, the left buttock, the spine, the whole back together, the whole back together. Now the head, the top of the head, the forehead, both sides of the head, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, the right eye, the left eye, the right ear, the left ear, the right cheek, the left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, the throat, the right chest, the left chest, the middle of the chest, the navel, the abdomen, the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together, both legs together, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, both arms together, both arms together, the whole of the back, buttocks, spine, shoulder blades, the whole of the front, abdomen, chest, the whole of the back and front together, the whole of the head, the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. Try to keep your awareness and not to fall asleep. The whole body on the floor. Become aware of your body lying on the floor. See your body lying perfectly still on the floor in this room. Visualize this image in your mind. Become aware of your breath. Feel the flow of your breath in and out of your lungs. Let your breath be natural. There is no effort. Be aware of your breath. Move your awareness to your navel. Feel your navel rising and falling with your breath. Become aware of your chest. Feel your chest rising and falling with your breath. Rising and falling. Move your awareness to your throat. Be aware of your breath moving in and out of your throat. Now move your awareness to your nostrils. Feel your breath moving in and out of your nostrils. In and out. We now come to visualization. A number of different things will be named. Try to visualize them clearly with your feelings, emotion and imagination. Burning candle, burning candle, burning candle. Endless desert, endless desert, endless desert. Egyptian pyramid, Egyptian pyramid, Egyptian pyramid. Torrential rain, torrential rain, torrential rain. Snow-capped mountains, snow-capped mountains, snow-capped mountains. Birds flying across a sunset, birds flying across a sunset, birds flying across a sunset. Red clouds drifting, red clouds drifting, red clouds drifting. Stars at night, stars at night, stars at night. Full moon, full moon, full moon. Wind from the sea, wind from the sea, wind from the sea. Waves breaking on a deserted beach, waves breaking on a deserted beach, waves breaking on a deserted beach. The restless sea, eternal restless sea, eternal restless sea. Waves breaking on a deserted beach. Relax all your efforts. Draw your mind outside and become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breath. Be aware of your whole body and your natural breath. You are lying totally relaxed on the floor, breathing quietly and slowly. Be aware of your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Become aware of the floor and the position of your body on the floor. Visualize the room around you and become aware of your surroundings. Lie quietly and keep your eyes closed. Hari Om Tat Sat. Am Sana Bhavatu Sanau Bunaktu Saviryan Karavavahai Tejasve Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Allow your breath to deepen. Small movements to come to your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your wrists and your ankles, and your arms and your legs, and the muscles of your face. Take your arms back behind you along the floor, over your head. Have a good long stretch from the tips of your fingers down to the tips of your toes. Then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a little from side to side. And then roll over onto your right hand side, staying curled up just for a few breaths with your eyes closed. Then use your hands and your arms to come up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed if you can. I'm going to chant 3 Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can join in if you like, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Breathe in for Om. Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you everyone. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the messages that you've been sending me, thanking me for these classes. It means a lot to me to hear from you. It's always a bit strange teaching to an empty room, so it's nice to know there are some people out there. And a special thanks to Nicole and Jessica for sending their little time-lapse videos of the classes. It's really brought a smile to my face, so hello. Hello, and I hope you're all doing well. Take care of yourselves, stay safe. Namaste everybody.